Hello and welcome to Wolfman Gaming. This is my Spider-Man Miles Morales blind playthrough, and in the last episode we we did pull some fireman duty. We saved a cat, as firemen sometimes do, even in real life. I had a co-worker who is actually training to become a fireman, and I talked to him about it when he was in at work, or when he was working at my place of employment during summer, and when he was off from school, fireman school, whatever it's called, fireman academy, perhaps. Wow, that is just gonna cause trouble. So let's get that out of the way. Yes, I asked him about cat rescue, real or fiction, and he actually confirmed that yes, it happens in real life. I think they only prioritize the cat if it is like a pure breed or something where there is an economical value, but also the fact that people are affectionate when it comes to their pets also come into play. But they have some rules regarding it, and I can't really remember what they were. Let's do a Venom Crush and try to even the odds a bit. There we go. Oh shit, this may end badly. And I said in a previous episode that the chain sword weapons, now I'm just dodging randomly, trying to get out of dodge. That's what I was gonna do. I said that chainsword enemies reminded me of a character from the Soul Calibur series, and since then I forgot to talk about that earlier, but since then I have checked up on her, and her name is Ivy Valentine. She also has a chainsword, and from what I can remember, I haven't played the Soul Calibur games in years and years, but from what I can remember back in days when I used to play fighting games, she was quite a decent character to play with. I never played a lot of Soul Calibur. I enjoy them, and I think I own one or two of them on one of my consoles, to be named at a later point in date. But my game series of choice, or the one I played absolutely most, was Tekken. And I had, in my preteen and early teen years, I think was the highlight of fighting games when they started. They are still very popular. They have contests and stuff in them, and there are a lot of people streaming when they play Mortal Kombat, I think, especially. But when I was in my preteen years, that's when Street Fighter 2 came out, and Mortal Kombat joined the party, and after that came Battle Arena Toshinden, Tekken, Soul Calibur, Killer Instinct, Dark Rift, which was a fighting game for, I think it was Nintendo 64. Anyway, back in those days, first, of course, every kid played. I'm not quite sure where I was going. Aren't there any side activities close? Let's take this. Fast car, whatever. What was I talking? I was talking about fighting games. Sorry, I am a little bit hazy. It's been a long week, and I haven't gotten as much sleep as I would need. How do I do this? Why can't I pick that up? Screw it. Because I'm guessing... No. Yeah, screw it. I was talking about fighting games, and once again I managed so beautifully to digress, and I apologize. The first fighting game I played back in the days was Street Fighter 2. As most kids born in the 80s, I think. It was a lot of Street Fighter 2 and Mortal Kombat. I remember there was a video game magazine called Super Play that I bought from time to time when I could afford it, because it wasn't very cheap. As no things were cheap when you were a kid. And in one issue of Super Play, there were the input commands to do all the fatalities in Mortal Kombat. And a guy in my class, he had gotten the game, so I jumped on my bike, went over to his place, and we tried doing all the fatalities. And the only one we managed to pull off was Scorpion's. Because I think his fatality was like press down and hold down R and L. Almost said L1 and R1, but that was before they realized they could have two shoulder buttons on each side. And stand next to the opponent. And the rest of them, I can't understand how people managed to find that out in the arcades. And it went quickly as well. I think I read an article once with John Tobias and Ed Boon, or maybe it was just one of them, that they put in the fatalities in the game to be more or less secret for the really hardcore players to find. And people found them surprisingly quickly.
Can you help? Think so. Let me see if I can pull you out that snow.
Pull out the truck. Well, this should be easy enough.
As the other Spidey would say, it's no problem.
You are awesome. It's free.
Physics is the real hero.
Was that it? That can't have been it.
Crap, battery's dead from the cold.
Think I can help with that too. Okay, man, hit it.
Whoops.
You're a lifesaver. Gotta punch it. People are waiting on these meals.
Feels good to help out Feast and the Mask too. He left his delivery list. He's gonna need these addresses.
Okay.
Man, he's really moving.
Dude, don't think you're allowed to speed in New York. I'm guessing there's a speed limit of around like 25 miles per hour or something like that. Maybe 30 even. If you're American and you're watching this and you know, what is the speed limit in cities in the States? Now where was I? Yes, the fatalities in Mortal Kombat. They said that they put in the fatalities to be more or less secret, just for the hardcore players to find.
Oh, wow, thank you. You get the gold star today, my friend.
Yeah, you won't. A lot more reliable than my mechanic. Thanks a lot, Spidey. Okay, that was interesting.
That's all you'll lose if you keep co-op. Take him out. We can't go back to the round.
Once again, I'm gonna try to finish this story. Yes, they put in the fatalities for the really hardcore players to find. And they were surprised and amazed at how quickly people came across them and found all. Don't know if they found all of them instantly, but it went a lot quicker than they had expected. And everyone knows that Mortal Kombat, I don't think is the sole reason, but it was one of the big reasons why we got the PEGI labeling with the age restrictions for video games, due to not solely due to Mortal Kombat, I think, but they did play a big part in it. While we're at it, I'm gonna stolen feast toys. I'm gonna continue with side activities and talk about fighting games, because why not? It can be quite fun to talk about. And as I said, when I was a kid, I played, first game I came into contact with was Street Fighter 2, which I think was the entry point for a lot of kids, and Mortal Kombat, and also a game called Killer Instinct, which is not as well known as Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter was.
Glad to see you, Spidey.
And I would say when it came to brutality, there we go, it was on par with Mortal Kombat, more or less. Not exactly
Hey,
as
Spider-Man, I'm
violent.
Sam. So on my last inventory check, we had a couple hundred missing. I don't know, but today we're supposed to have 2 trucks out making pickups, but our GPS transponders say there are 3. Something's up.
Okay.
If you can check their license plates, we'll know which one shouldn't be out there.
Why did it seem like he like fell short on batteries?
Grab license plate numbers, and I'll run them against stolen car databases. Try it on that truck.
Hold on L2 to look at.
It works! Okay, I got the truck locations from Beast, so you should see them now. Snap the plates, and I'll run them against the database.
Okay. Yes, Killer Instinct was also a very brutal game. Also very bizarre world. Bizarre characters. It was like a mix-up in between. It was one of those games that tried to capitalize on both. Wow. Fail. Let's see. Did we? No? Okay. Because there was some characters.
Okay, running the plate. The truck's legit. Keep looking.
Okay. Yes. There were some characters that remind you a little bit of Street Fighter. There was a boxer in it that looked a bit like what's his name? Balrog in Street Fighter. Haven't really got time for that right now. Perfect.
Checking the plate. 1 sec. Bingo! Follow that truck.
Of course. Of course I had to find the stolen truck at the same time as I found an underground storage.
All I'm saying is don't make me look like an idiot in front of Joe, right? He's running the store. Stealing toys? These kids are looking forward to this stuff. Hey, I didn't get presents as a kid, and I turned out fine.
What's going on?
If you can grab pictures of their faces, I'll run them through facial recognition software and see if we get a match.
Okay.
Cross-referencing. Hold, please. This one's clean. Nice photo, though.
Yeah, boxer similar to, I think his name was Balrog in Street Fighter, and there was also a ninja dude called Jago, something like that. A woman called Orchid. And there were some really odd characters. Like there was a skeleton. And also a werewolf and a velociraptor.
All right, checking the police database. Nope. Picture of innocence. Next.
So it was like a mix-up. Did I say? Did I tell you there was a velociraptor in the game? It was called Riptor, I think. And oops. My camouflage stopped working. And there was like a youth center where I used to hang out when I was in my early teens. Was that a legit picture? No? Yes? No? Okay. We'll snag a photo of this guy over here then. There we go. Ah, and of course he chose that opportune time to turn around.
Nice. Running the photo. No history of crime here. Try again.
And in that game they also had fatalities. They weren't called fatalities in that game, but we used to play it at the youth center where I used to hang out after school. And
Nice. Running the photo. That's our
it was a really fun game. I'm sorry, I'm trying to keep track of a lot of things at the same time. Let's see. Are you my bad guys?
Once they're together, you can take out the whole operation.
I'll cut to the chase. You're about to have the hottest toys of the season. These are going for
Do.
Spider-Man toys went for. Because I like working with you, I'll do a bulk discount. That bulk discount better be $30,000, because that's what we agreed to. You've been following the news?
And they lost track of me. Send your ass packing out into the harbor. Send your ass packing after him.
The holidays are saved. Now just
Cool.
check the truck and make sure the toys are still there.
Can do. Shit.
Hands off the merchandise!
You first.
Cool. You got this, buddy.
Yeah. Played a lot of Killer Instinct. Was super fun. Jago was always my character of choice, the ninja dude. And it was really fun because you could not just do fatalities, whatever they were called. You could also do ultra combos. And the ultra combo was like 70 hits or something in a row. You can only do it when a character was very close to death or very low on health. And this dude with steel pipe is causing me some trouble, so take him out. Is that it? Yes. Okay. Feels like something got lost there.
You just saved the holidays for a lot of kids. I'll make sure these toys get back safely.
Thank you, Spidey. You saved Christmas. Yes, I did. Because
Doesn't get much better than thwarting a gang of toy
the
thieves.
spider
and saving
came
the
in
holidays
from
for
the
kids.
cold. Meet Finn. Well, I will meet Finn. but I will not do that in this episode. That is gonna be something for the next one. So I want to thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again in my next video. So until next time, this is the Wolfman signing off.